Very much, Jimmy. You've made it very plain. We all should know by now. He is not having any of his video bombs. Not having it. You made it very plain that you don't care what happens as long as it's a win. Is it any more savory?
Go to the locker room, man. Go to the locker room. Great game. Go to the locker, please. Good shit, baby. We got another one tomorrow.
What is it that you don't enjoy about the video bombs?
Huh? It's not about them right now. It's about me.
Very good. With that being said, is it any more savory when you have that type of performance like you had in the first half and it's compounded in a victory?
As long as we win. I mean, I got an earful about being more aggressive before the game, yada, yada, yada. But as long as we win, I'm happy. I don't like playing like that because I know that I can score the ball, but everywhere I've been, if I score the ball, we don't win. So let's play basketball the right way.
It's fun to watch, I will tell you that. How about Goran? When he got going and the three ball was flipping, boy, it got fun, didn't it?
Man, he's a player. A starter in this league at that, and he plays his role to a T. You need him to score, he's going to score. You need him to facilitate, he's going to do that. He's key for us, along with everybody else. But this is where I think, he played here so many years ago, he's supposed to kill here.
How about the defense you all played, particularly down the stretch? What'd you like about it most?
Tyler. He locked in on D-Book, which is a tough cover for anybody. He scores as well as anybody in the league. He wanted that matchup. Something about Kentucky and Kentucky. I don't know what it was, but he showed out.
And you don't need both shoes, obviously, to get what you need done on the floor.
Yeah, we win without shoes. One shoe, no shoes. Get the dub on the road. We got another one coming up tomorrow.
Just a little bit about that one. Obviously, all eyes in the basketball world will be locked in on that game tomorrow night. Your expectation?
To win. That's it. To win.
It's simple, and I'm done.
Thank you.
Good day. Jimmy Butler leaving the building with both shoes on right now. A little earlier tonight, hoop and harm with one shoe on. Don't need any shoes right there. Just need the bucket. First half performance, he said that there were some whispers in his ear to be a little more aggressive. Did you hear those same whispers or maybe even deliver one?
Potentially, but I don't know, but I like that guy, and it was good to get introduced to him tonight. That guy's special. He really is. He set the tone for the game, obviously, in that first half, and we just played off of his offensive force and just really smart basketball, getting to the rim, taking his open looks, also setting the table up for other people, and he's able to do it. And not get tired. That's what's unique. He does it on both ends. You know, since we didn't have Justice tonight, he took the challenge on Booker and basically had him the entire first half, and then shouldered the offensive load for us on the other end. But that shows you what kind of physical condition he's in. And then, obviously, the Dragon. I never want to get on that guy's bad side, you know, because he's always super motivated here. In this building, I really enjoy watching him compete, just in general, but in particular in this building. And he was fantastic, sensational going down the stretch in that second half in the fourth quarter. And then Bam, to me, that's not understated, that stat line. You know, he's in many ways the heartbeat of our team, and those efforts defensively, and you know, the 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals. That's winning basketball. That's a 5-tool basketball player, what he did tonight. And we get rewarded with a quick flight and another game in 24 hours.
Yeah. What did you like most about the fourth quarter defense? It seemed to ramp up to another level.
Well, it was better than the first half. I like that. I mean, actually, I really liked what we were doing through the first quarter. You know, Jimmy set the tone offensively, and then we had a good disposition about us. Through about 8 minutes of the first quarter, then they just started beating us up on the glass and got back into it. Then we started fouling. They got into a rhythm and then put some pressure on us from there. But we really needed to have one dominant or really good quarter in the second half, and that ended up being the fourth quarter. That's a quality team, really well coached. I mean, look, both teams look totally different than last year. This was good for both franchises. And it'll be interesting watching them, and I'm sure, you know, the same for us.
Did you have to tell Jimmy anything? I know there's been subtle hints or whatever, or did he just read the game?
Honestly, are having discussions, but we were a little bit undermanned tonight, so there was a little bit of a discussion about that.
Not only making shots, but getting to the free throw line. I think it was 10 free throws in the first half. How impressive is his ability just to force his way to the rim?
He's a really good basketball player, and he can do it in a lot of different ways. Pick and rolls, drives, random plays, but you know the great ones can control an offensive flow with their IQ and talent, and that's what he did in the first half, and just kind of really settled us when he was able to get into the paint. And he has a cleverness to him at the rim in his ability to draw fouls or finish that's unique, being how rugged and physical he is.
Dragic really took over down the stretch of that third quarter and in the fourth quarter. How much of a luxury is it to have a guy like him, especially on a night like tonight where the depth's a little thinner?
Well, I haven't forgotten that he's an all-star. And I talk about it all the time. Just because he's a really good guy and he's a professional and he understands the big picture, that doesn't mean that it's easy or that he's signing up to come off the bench. It was a discussion that we had, and it was with the big picture in mind, and he's embraced it. And I think he's going to have an incredible year off the bench, but he has the emotional stability to be able to handle that. It's a great luxury for us to bring an all-star talent like him in his prime still, but off the bench. I don't take that for granted, and we make sure that the team doesn't take that for granted. You know, there's young guys that are playing, and you have an all-star and proven, highly decorated player and winner in this league doing that. That's a great sacrifice. That's a great example for the young guys on our team.
Coach, Tyler had made a big play on Devin on defensive end in the second half.
He wanted that matchup there in the second half. I was trying to get Jimmy on him, but he was like adamant about doing it, so I was going to give him one more possession. But you got to like the kid's guts, you know, for better or worse. You know, he had some defensive breakdowns, you know, throughout the course of the game, and he's learning, and Devin got him a couple times, drew fouls, got him in compromising positions, but he's a competitor. He wants those kind of challenges, and on the other end, he gave us some big relief buckets in the second half. He's not running away from anything, you know, as he's learning the league, and he'll take his hits on the chin, but he ain't going to back down. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
Oh, yeah. Justice does have concussion. He's going to go into the protocol. He didn't have really any symptoms until today, and so we had him checked out by the son's doctor, and we'll find out more when he goes through the protocol. All right.
Protocol start tonight. Did he meet with the doctor and go through the first tests, or?
I don't know if he went through the first test, but he met with the doctor.
I'll find out.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for the update. Back to you. Gordon, did anything particular get you going before you started that blazing shooting expedition in the second half?
Oh, not really. Just try to catch a rhythm. You know, the first half, it was a little bit shaky. I was not feeling myself, and, you know, just try to be aggressive. And, you know, it's always nice to play good against your former team. So.
What did you enjoy most about the way you guys closed out the game? The defense seemed to crank up to a whole nother level.
That we didn't relax. You know, we built the lead at 12, 14 points, and you know, we still didn't quit on defense. We're still competing, and that was the main thing that we bring the game to the end.
As you're watching Jimmy start this game, how impactful is that as it spreads through the team?
That was a play of Jimmy. You know, he was unbelievable. I even asked him what he did before the game, so it was unbelievable. You know, two-way player. He can guard, he can score, and he was a huge boost for us in that first half.
You get this win, clean up the things that didn't go well, obviously, in Denver, and then as a reward, you get to go play the top team in the West tomorrow night. Your expectation?
I mean, you know, it's back-to-back, but no excuses. We're going to go there and play hard and try to get that win. You know, it's always fun to play against the best teams in the league, and that's why we're here. So.
Is it a little more special? It seems when you come home, like today we saw both the finger pistols and the tongue wag. We usually don't get to see that a lot. Is it just a little bit more meaningful for you?
Yeah, it is. You know, if you ask every player, if you play against your former team, it's extra motivation, and you know, it's always nice to win here. So.
I mean, did you even realize at the moment that it was both finger pistols and tongue wag, or were you just sort of safe?
I just react. You know, if you ask me at that moment, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just reacted.
Sure, a statement was made about the way that you impacted the game, because there was a variety of ways, so many ways you went about it. As you're serving in the game after Jimmy's going off and Goran's on fire, how do you find the spots where you want to impact things?
Just ball finds energy, so just moving without the ball. You know, they're great players, so you know, I'm just trying to get my teammates involved. You know, the ball finds energy, and you know, you give and you receive. And you know, my teammates was finding me a little bit early. I got a couple open shots, and just being aggressive. I feel like we're all aggressive, but we all want to give up to each other and share the ball. So it makes it easier on us. We don't got no dominant score. We got a variety of scores in a variety of ways.
When you are stacking up those steals, do you start hunting for them after a little while?
Honestly, I didn't even know I had that many steals. I was just in the mode, you know, just in the moment, and just trying to help my teammates win. So, you know, I wasn't really aware of the stats or, you know, anything that was going on. But at the end of the game, coach was like, "You got 5 assists." 5 assists? 5 assists? Nah, but it's a good team win, and got a good one tomorrow.
How nice is it to turn it around immediately, though? That you have the game that you had in Denver, you guys assess it, do the work, and then it turns into a W. The very next opportunity, you're on the work.
Feels great, man. You know, just knowing we felt like we gave that game away, and you know, we didn't get down on ourselves, and just came back and fought back and got a W here.
Your thoughts about tomorrow? You get right back to it against the top team in the West with 2 big old superstars, and it's the end of the trip. Second night of back-to-back. The whole story right there, all piled up against you. But your expectations going in?
Same expectations we had going in this game. Just being aggressive, getting stops on defense, being active, and flying around on the court, having fun, and just trying to get a win. Being cohesive with our calls and just being disruptive.
Back to Jimmy. He did note that some of you all had gotten in his ear. Were you one of the people saying, hey, it's okay to take a few more shots on a game?
Oh, yeah. I'm all for somebody getting buckets. So he got it going fast, and I was like, look, bro, do not pass me this ball. Look, I'll set you a screen. But after that, you on your own. It was one time, it was like 11 seconds on the shot clock, and I was in the short corner, and he was looking at me, like, come set a screen. I'm like, you got 25. Like, what? Like, if you don't just go at him? But, you know, that shows the type of person he is. He wants everybody to get involved, and, you know, he just don't want to be a one-man show. He wants it to be a team thing, and we did that tonight.
What happened in Denver to the way that you all played tonight?
I mean, it feels great, but I think it's actually easy to do whenever you get your tail kicked like we did. We knew we had to come out with some fire and get this one on the road. I think we did a great job of that. We talked about it. We had a long film session. Guys went and worked on their game yesterday as well. We knew we was going to be ready, but I'm glad we came out the way that we did.
You mentioned in the walk-off that you don't like playing the way that you did in the sense of having to be that aggressive offensively. But do you at least appreciate when your head coach and your teammates say, you know what, maybe tonight, we might need it from you now?
Yeah, most definitely. These guys give me all the confidence in the world to go out there and be aggressive. But we got so many guys that can do that on any certain night, which makes me happy. I like it whenever we have, you know, balanced scoring nights. I like it whenever, you know, Bam can score 30 or K-Nunn to get 50, whatever it is. We just got to win. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And I think every guy around this locker room, everybody in this organization, that's why we do what we do. No matter who's the leading scorer, who has the most rebounds, as long as we win, we all happy.
Coach shared with us about Tyler wanting the assignment of having Booker.
He told me to get out the way. Think about that. I was like, yo, I got Booker. He's like, no, go over there. I was like, okay. But, I mean, that's why you got to love that kid, man, because he backs down from no challenge. And he likes that. He wants to, you know, be a two-way guy. And he's very capable of doing it. But he's a hard worker, man. And whatever you ask of him to do, to the best of his ability, I promise you he's going to try to do it.
And rightfully so. Some relief buckets that were critical when you guys were trying to create a little space, get away from them. Just your recollection of those moments and, you know, just sizing it up and knocking it down.
Yeah, just competing. I think, I was trying to compete on defense against Devin, and the more you compete on defense gives you more confidence on offense. So when it comes to the shot, I'm just shooting a normal shot, and I ended up making the shot.
And gratifying, I assume, to get a little rip on Devin and get it the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. I couldn't have guarded him by myself. I think 5 guys out there all helped me guard him, so it was good.